the idea of being underpaid. A lot of employers tell me I'm inflating prices and things like that, costs for developers. So I get it from both sides. I get it from people telling me people charge too much, people charge too little, whatever. So normally I feel like I'm on the side of like, hey, charge as much money as you can. Making more money, I think, is a good thing. I saw an interesting blog post from Nathan Barry talking about value. And in his particular case, he mentioned a certain product that they like. It's a good product, but they're always charging. This particular product is always increasing their prices relatively aggressively, so that there's not really a discrepancy in like the value and the price that you pay. So anytime the value improves, they increase their prices. So in the sense, it's fair because you're getting what you're paying for. There's something nice about leaving some money on the table in a sense of like, the product keeps getting better and better, and then the price doesn't necessarily always increase. It's good to have a little bit of margin there, because if you're always increasing prices aggressively, then maybe someone's more likely to choose to use another product or something like that. And I think a similar analogy applies whether you're a freelancer or full-time developer. Is it good to be underpaid? Well, no. I mean, nobody wants to be like, I'm underpaid. So technically, if you're not underpaid, you're either paid exactly according to whatever the amount of value you create, or you're overpaid, right? Those are the only two options. And so if you're overpaid, that's not a good thing, because that's not going to be sustainable in the long term. First of all, it's not really possible, right, to be paid exactly the amount of the value you create, because if you get better at your job tomorrow than you were yesterday, then then if you were not underpaid yesterday, then today you're now underpaid, right? It's kind of a weird theoretical discussion, but point is that sometimes it's good to be underpaid because there's just more margin there to work with. I sometimes see developers who are pretty aggressively changing jobs and bumping their salary up, and then they're kind of at the high end of the salary range. And I think that's cool. Like, if you can do that, I think that's great, but it is harder to find, jobs for people in that category. It's still possible. But then, you do run into people who are at the higher end of the range, and it's harder for them to find stuff, basically.